Walter Palmer reportedly paid more than 50 grand to hunt a lion in Zimbabwe. Now, he allegedly lured the animal outside a protected preservation sanctuary and tried to destroy the GPS collar that the lion was wearing. Now, public outrage has been strong against Palmer. He has reportedly now been in hiding. Joining us now is wildlife advocate, animal expert Dan Stockdale, professional outfitter and hunter Rob Dunham, and former NYPD detective Bo Dietl. All right, Dan, you're the big animal rights person. Seems to me the person that's wrong here are the people that he hired. He's from Minnesota. He paid 50 grand. He hired professionals to take him out on this hunt. Nothing illegal about it, except that they took him to the wrong area. He didn't know this was a protected lion in this case. Shouldn't the people that took him be held responsible?
Yeah, I believe they are being held responsible. But beyond that, just because it's legal, that does not mean it's the right thing for the environment and the right thing for wildlife conservation. Let's make no bones about this.
Then make it illegal. Wait a minute. If you're going to, if you want conservation, and by the way, I believe in protecting animals, especially endangered species, bald eagles. I understand that, but right. You know, is the lion an endangered species at this point?
They're actually vulnerable in the wild, Sean, and their numbers have declined 60%.
I didn't ask that. Are they an endangered species at this point?
They're not endangered at this point, no.
Okay.
That's correct.
Now, do you eat meat?
I do eat some meat, yes.
Okay, so you hired... Well, let's be fair about this. Everyone's getting all worked up about the lion, but let's be honest here. You know, you hire assassins to kill your chicken and to kill your fish and to kill your beef, and then you fry it up and you grill it up and you eat it. What's the difference between killing a cattle, a chicken, or a salmon that you like to eat?
Well, Sean, honestly, to be honest with you, as part of what's been blowing up on Facebook all day today is that very question is what's the value of a life and where do we draw the line between the life of an ant and the life of a lion? But I will tell you that this was, when you think about the way this was done, this was a horrific murder, okay? This lion was lured out of its protected park, okay? From there...
I got it. I love lions. I don't... Look, hunting is not my thing. I carry a gun for protection. I like target shooting. Hunting is not my thing. But you know what? People don't have to like what I like. What?
Sean, I'm very surprised at you. Look at that little lion. Born free. Remember that song about the lion? He had little cubbies. Now the cubbies have nobody to go back to.
Do you see that lion?
Let's talk about the cub.
Do you see that lion? Hang on a second. I want you to look at that lion.
I love the lion.
That lion would chew you to little pieces.
That's right. But did they eat the meat? They took his head off. They skinned him up. Did they eat the meat? They shouldn't have killed this poor animal. This animal is the mascot of Zimbabwe.
Excuse me. I've been out to dinner with you.
Sean.
I've been out to dinner.
I hunt people, Sean. I like to put that guy in a cage with free lions.
I've been out to dinner with you.
Let the lions get guns.
So you hire assassins to kill your beef, too?
No. I eat the beef.
Oh, you still have somebody kill it for you?
The lion. If he ate the lion, they cooked the lion.
Then you're fine with it?
I'm fine with it then.
All right. Ron?
Well, the thing is, the lion is about the only animal that, or a leopard, that an outfitting camp won't use for meat. However, the locals do take the meat, contrary to what everyone says. They even use the bones. So every part of that animal would be used. But the biggest point that I think everyone's missing here is the government of Zimbabwe National Parks, they organize, they manage this resource. And if they say that this area has a quota and they're allowed to harvest one animal, maybe every other year, maybe every third year, that $50,000 to $70,000 is an actual amount of money. And I mean, my camp in Zimbabwe, when I'm hunting, I have over 32 jobs some years. So imagine those people with big families. I mean, they've got 120 people that I'm feeding because I'm there hunting. A government-sanctioned quota that is issued a lot of times by North American biologists.
Dan, let me go back. You know, I understand people see the animal and maybe they think it's senseless because they're not consuming the animal, or they did take, I guess, the head of the animal. But my question is, animals are killed all the time. That lion would rip your head off and wouldn't think twice about it. And the second thing is, I see more people outraged over the lion than I do over the Planned Parenthood videos of aborted fetuses where they're crushing this part of the body and this part of the body, but then harvesting the lungs and the hearts and the livers and selling them for profit. So, you know, I'm kind of, it seems selective. I don't know if Jimmy Kimmel will get all teary-eyed over the aborted fetus pictures we've seen lately.
I think Sean, I think he was the mascot of Zimbabwe. It's like the top guy. It's like having going out porpoise fishing, right? And getting flipper. Imagine whacking flipper.
Let's keep in mind one thing, guys. This wasn't just Cecil that was killed. There's 6 cubs that likely will be killed as a result of
Why don't they
this by
protect
Jericho.
them? To go get the cubs and protect the cubs and raise them.
That's part of the pride. You don't want to interject yourself into the natural process.
Okay, if they're going to be
dead. My question is, the information that I have is it hasn't showed me that animal was a pride animal and it did have other pride with it. And the laws and ethics of the Zimbabwe Professional Hunters Association is if a male lion comes in by itself and it's an old male lion and they have indicators like the color of the nose, etc., you can take that animal. If it has a pride with it, the ethics are to leave that alone, because your other guest is absolutely right.
All right.
If it's harvested, all its immature offspring are killed by the incoming males.
Let me put up the full statement of Walter Palmer. He apologized for the killing of Cecil, and he said, I had no idea that the lion I took was known, a local favorite. I relied on the expertise of my local professional guides to ensure a legal hunt. I deeply regret that my pursuit of an activity I love and practice responsibly and legally resulted in the taking of this lion. And then Marco Rubio put out what I said. He said, look at all this outrage over a dead lion. Where's the outrage over the Planned Parenthood dead babies? All right, guys, thank you for being with us.
You're right.
All right, you're going to go eat a steak now, aren't you?
You're right.
You're going to go, you've hired an assassin to kill your meat.
A real rare steak, Sean.
It's even worse. So the blood comes out.
Yes.
All right, thank you.